Hello, is this coming through? Hey there, hi there, ho there, yep, I believe it is. Let's turn down that sound there just a tad so you don't go and have to fight to hear my voice over the music. But, da-da-da-da. Hi, how y'all doing? I am Flintworth, and welcome to another Creature Workshop. Now, I've been looking forward to this for a bit because for a variety of reasons. One, I have, decided this week that I wanted to do something a bit different with these workshops going forward. Typically, this was meant to be, it still will be a chance for myself and anyone who chimes in, or maybe later on if they watch this post live stream. But it's always meant to be a brainstorming shindig of goofy proportions as we go and try to work together to workshop different kinds of character concepts and maybe homebrew a few things along the way. That is until I decided this week that after looking over my channel and changing up a few things to kind of clean it up, make it a bit easier to go through, that I wanted to dedicate this series going forward to, the players. To be honest, after I've been spending some time doing the various Dead by Daylight killers previous weeks, that, I really enjoyed, and it's, fun, and also made me, feel like I'm actually giving a bit more to the people who aren't the DMs a bit more, to kind of, hang out with you guys a bit more than I have in the past. And maybe it might be a way for me to find some kind of thinly excuse to continue doing these little Dead by Daylight builds, but if so, that's fine. As long as people are having fun, and as long as I'm having fun, because it's meant to be us enjoying ourselves on a good Friday evening as we try to create builds, try to create characters that we can play at our favorite tabletop RPG. That, as long as you accomplish that, then I see no harm, no foul. And of course, today's focus is a recent subject from my most recent, there we go, creature creator, Michael Myers, as you all probably know if you clicked on this. So that, of course, zoomed in the one I did not want to zoom. There we go. There's the creature creator episode I worked on. Yeah, that was fun, actually. I may have worked myself a incy-wincy bit. Okay. Maybe after an hour, or maybe best half hour. Yeah, I got done uploading that video. I passed out on the floor. It was the accumulation of about 5 weeks of work with most of my weekends filled up building models, recording, editing. Oh man, but it was worth it. I'm so proud of it. I'm glad people have been enjoying it so far. And let's see here. Actually, yes, that's exactly my thoughts there, N King. That's why I thought it'd be kind of fun following the premiere of that last guide I did, which is to help DMs make Michael Myers in their campaigns, that maybe I should double down on the whole Dead by Daylight kind of thing. Because, what if? Because playing as a character like Michael Myers, I can see that could be in one of two ways. You can go with, my classic thing I've been saying the prior weeks with the various other killers, which is, you are recreating a character that could be evil. Maybe it's at the very turning point of whether that killer actually became a heartless, evil sinner, or actually becomes a hero. But with Michael's case, if you watch my guide, he really can't be that. He was evil to the core, to the bone from the very get-go. And to use him in any kind of game, you would have to almost be expected that, you're going to end possibly being the big bad evil guy of the campaign, which in itself could be kind of fun, especially if your DM is up to help make that happen. Maybe like a long con kind of thing. This is exactly true. He is exactly the shape. You cannot understand him. So I could totally see, you're playing the progression into his descent into the shape, because every level might be, your character going more and more into that silent boogeyman. So like maybe level 1, you're might be this innocent little kid that just had an accident killing their sister. But by the time you get to level 18, you're quiet. You're spending most of the time at your table describing your actions, none of your thoughts, or never speaking up. It can be chilling if done right. Or you can do what End King's already kind of suggested, would be to do, like, from the get-go, all the players are evil. Whether it be for a one-shot or campaign, there's some potential there, where all 4 of you are like competing together to kill the most. Or going after, some group of survivors. I see some potential there. That could be fun. That could be, plausible and something you could do in a D&D setting. I also do want to give a quick shout out. Let me go get the name because I wanted to at least get that on record. But someone else, I think it was a last stream. I think it was in my nurse stream. Yeah, did also suggest the same thing. And though I'm not sure if they're here right now, I did want to go and say, hey, thank you for giving me the idea, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have thought about it throughout the week. Let me do this real quick. Let's see. Yeah, it was Jackalope. Yeah, that's the bloke. Yeah, love your avatar, by the way, friend. Cute little scary bunny thing. But Jack, if you're seeing this later on, thank you as well for giving me the inspiration to do this. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts here today, and that you, I don't know, gets me out of it. And exactly, GVG. Or is it GVG? Murder Hobo Heaven. Like, I could do that. I could, I'll do that for a few nights, especially for a Halloween kind of shindig. Okay, guys, Freddy versus Jason? Well, this is the sequel. Freddy versus Jason versus Michael versus, I don't know, Leatherface, maybe? Yeah, either way, it would be fun. It'd be a lot of fun. We're going to put a ton of depth and character into those NPCs. Yes. I mean, I actually could see a lot of fun that could be taken from making up NPCs on the fly, because you can just go down the list. I would actually probably go to this whole setup with like a Wheel of Fortune, or even like a Twister kind of spinny wheel, where it's like, okay, spin the wheel of victims. There we go. See, here we have the hippie who is high as hell. Gosh, well, part of me is like, go and get the character, like, dude, I'm going in the bushes to go do a quick leak. Like, no one come out here. You get the idea. But yeah, I think it'd be kind of a good, fun way, like just to play around, especially with some of the builds you can make up or some of the slashers out there. And God, it would be funny to have like a bunch of supernatural killers alongside some of the more mundane ones. Mundane in that they don't have any powers. Like, you can imagine like any of the killers from the Scream franchise having to compete against like Chucky or, God, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something on the top of my head that I haven't mentioned already. The miner from My Bloody Valentine. Ooh. Or the Leslie Vernon from Behind the Mask. I'd love to see him kind of like do like a meta off between him and the various Scream killers. But I shouldn't dilly-dally too much longer, because we gotta get to the meat and potatoes today. So let's go and bring up my favorite D&D workshop, which is, of course, is Roll20. Not because they endorse me, but mainly because that's the one I've DM'd the most on, and they have where I spent most of my money as is, and I am too poor to go and buy all the stuff again on D&D Beyond. But still, I actually know that's mean. Actually, I do have a lot of fond members using Roll20, and they allow me to at least put my little symbol appear in the background, so thank you. Give me a second here to actually change up the window. And before I forget, hey there, Nicholas Lamb. I haven't seen you around at all in a while either. And I was debating whether I was going to actually bring this up at all or not today, but it didn't occur to me until very, very recently that I've been using OBS wrong with the chats. I've had it set to the top comments only, up until today, which not that wrong, but I'm not blind to the fact that my streams aren't like these big hooplas just yet, so I have no problem using the live chat. So if I missed your comments in the past, whether you're here now and you're commenting hey, he's actually responding for once, or you have been watching this, pre-recorded later on, sorry. I did not mean to ignore you. I feel bad about that. So, but I'm glad that that's all good to go. All right, let's see here. Speaking of comments, exactly, Unkinger. I always love to do the rip-off Cheech. I actually once did a character, an NPC, in one of my slasher campaigns, where I played a... I think it was Father David or something like that, but he basically he believed in everything, and I made the inside of his church look like the most extravagant art piece you can imagine. If you've ever been to TGI Fridays or Applebee's, all the kind of collage-y stuff on the wall, so it's up to that to the extreme. And it was a blast to play. I actually would have his background music to be set to In the Gada of Iba by Iron Butterfly. It was fun. But I should say that I can't take credit for making up the entire premise of him. That actually came from BJ Hypes' Can't Murder. You should look it up. It's a great homebrew one-shot, or something enough. Module, that's the word. Anyway, let's see. I'll see here. Think about the stab killers actually encountering a genuine slasher. Exactly. Exactly. Get the reenactors up against the real deal. It'd be fun. I actually would love to see a one-shot be based around those humans versus zombie games. I'm not sure if you ever saw them, but it's basically a very extravagant version of tag, where the zombies, try to tag the humans who are trying to spend them off with Nerf gun bullets. But I'd love that to be kind of suddenly get mixed up with the actual real zombie apocalypse. Have that little bit of I'm getting so sidetracked. I need to focus here on building our Michael Myers, our Boogeyman build. All right, so let me go get myself a character sheet to mess around with. And look, the zombie's lurking. Oh, he's lurking. Okay, so name. This is important because I wouldn't normally take the time to say that you need to focus on picking the right name for your Boogeyman recreation. But if I learned anything from watching an excessive amount of Halloween movies this last month and a half, is that every great mass killer needs to have the perfect comedian name, which is why I'm going to go with Patton Oswalt. He's not a comedian.
But he's a horror character.
He is true as a horror character. Yeah. We've actually done that too. We've actually run a game where it was kind of a one-shot where they had to go up against actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. It was fun. Bloody. Alright, but let's focus on Patton. Okay, I'm going to Keratomancer here. And let me go and resize this so you guys can see this. Actually, I'm just going to pop this out. Can you see that? There we go. Shoop. Perfect. All right. Mwah! Okay, I'm going to make sure I set myself on the camera there. Great. It look pretty now, too. So, first things first. Let's choose a race. Now, the easy choice obviously would be to go with a classic human. But I want to mix it up a little. I'm actually getting inspired a bit by one of my new pair of t-shirts that was bought by my lovely fiance off screen here. Thank you, sweetie. Yes, I did say put it down as Patton Oswalt, as in the comedian Patton Oswalt. But I'm going to suggest going with the race to Tabaxi, because as I've learned lately that out of all the possible other races that that all of the possible races that Michael could also probably beat, being a cat, a cold stone killer who stalks you in the night, hence the inspiration behind this t-shirt, Michael Meowster. Look at that. Credit all goes to Chickadee for the pun on the shirt. But that's what we're going for today. We're going to be creating Patton Oswalt as a scary Michael Meowster. All right. So, but I also wanted to do it with the Tabaxi because of the dexterity and charisma bonuses, which I think will come in real handy when trying to be sneaky and also being freaking terrifying. Naturally, get the percent, and also the proficiencies in stealth also come in handy. Languages, frankly, with any kind of choices here, it don't matter whatever you go with, because Michael doesn't really speak. Exactly, Lamb. So let's see. You know what? I'm just going to go with void speech, because though you may not speak it, I can imagine Michael may understand it. And yes, that might be a reference to The Curse of Michael Myers, which... such a cruddy movie. All right, dark vision, naturally. That'll come in handy for any kind of slasher in the dark. Cat's claws, flavor-wise, I mean, I don't see how that can too much with creating the same kind of vibe, but the agility will be in handy, especially when you have to do the whole walking slowly behind your prey and then suddenly having to like pound somewhere else. So being able to kind of like set the illusion of you're walking steadily behind them as they run away, having them like turn the corner, and that's when you kind of like jump into the trees and then hop down on the other side. I don't know. What I do know is that I could see the potential in flavoring up how you move about the battlefield. All right, classes. I'm going to go with Barbarian first, honestly. And reason being is because, and I'm going to be doing more than just one level. Probably be multi-classing up to 5, and potentially I was thinking maybe even going straight to 8 or 10 levels, because I want to see how far we can like beef up our shape here, our boogeyman, our boogie cat. But I feel like, you know, if I was going to have this play out in a story, I like the idea of this little kitten not knowing what to do with themselves. Maybe that their rage is what caused them to snap at first. And the thing is with raging that I wanted to bring up, if you do go with this, is that rage doesn't always have to be audible. Rage can be cold. Rage can be silent. It can just say, yeah, I'm going to rage as my breathing gets heavier. My blood starts to boil. If you phrase anything carefully, you can change up just the flavor of any ability. So don't be afraid to do that. Glad to hear, Nick, that I'm on the right track. But skill proficiencies. Well, we already have perception and stealth. I personally think that, and there'll probably be more of these going on, but this is just for the base, that survival, I think, is important for any kind of slasher to be, seeing as you will be getting hit a lot. And athletics, because, oh boy, you need to be able to overpower your opponents. Okay, rage. Y'all should know rage right now, so I'm going to go into details about that, but basically I wanted to... Intimidation. Intimidation, I think I wanted to bring up later, GVG, when we start putting in some more rogue classes in there. Specifically, the assassin subclass. But I agree, we need intimidation in there. I want to scare the crap out of people. But rage, though, it halves like almost all the damage you take, which I think is very important for any kind of Michael build to have. And it gives you potential for more damage otherwise. Not to mention, unarmored defense is also going to be really handy. But moving right along. Ability scoring method. As is tradition with my rolling for stats, always go until you get 118. Oh, right off the bat. Fantastic. Okay. Now, Michael, or Patton here. I think, yeah, if we're going to turn out the barbarian kind of thing, the strength needs to be from the get-go. For no other reason, but because Michael's strength is like uncanny in the films. The guy is able to lift up a fully grown man in the first movie with one hand and pin him to a cupboard with a knife. The amount of like sheer strength in that alone is just... Someone who's better at math probably could tell you a bit more of those actual stats, but personally speaking, I don't need the math to know that, yeah, he is a strong boy. Now, the next thing would probably be for Constitution would be a good, just be nice to have for that, be able to take more than a few hits. I'm inclined to put 15 in dexterity. No, I think I want to make sure this Michael is not getting down that easily. So I would do 15 for that, 15 for Constitution, 13 for dexterity, because you're already getting like a bonus with 15 there. Probably gonna put Charisma as the other 13. So we can build it up later when we get some more bonuses and other levels. And I think what we'll do... Well, intelligence has to be 6 in my opinion. Because Michael strikes me as the guy who didn't get much book learning in the asylum growing up. That's true. That's the thing, N King. I know. He is, but is he like wise? Is he like a quick learner, or is he is he just able to pick up quickly? Or I see your point. Because he's able to outsmart some people, but then again, true. He does outwit the FBI, and if any of you here have seen Halloween Ends, don't say things. I have yet to watch it yet. But I do know at the start of Halloween Kills, he's able to have a quick... actually, on a lot of his films, he's able to make a quick escape by not getting himself... by thinking on his feet, really. Oh, it's just tough. No, it's fine. That's the thing. You can derail me. Please derail me. This is a workshop. This is brainstorming together. Yeah, I'm going to go with intelligence, because he is able to We'll do this, because I can change this later on. I'm going to leave those as a 12 and 6. But once I get actually to the first character sheet, I'm actually going to go and take a few points off of intelligence and wisdom to kind of like even them out a little. I think that's how I would rule that if I was DMing this one, trying to build this sheet, because 6 is way too dumb for Michael, but also seeing he's also a 6 in wisdom is also unfair to him as well. But we'll get back to that later, because I do want to keep going. Background. That's a good point there, Nick. I like that. I kind of like that a lot. Okay. All right. So let's see. Honestly, background's the flavor of the most is not important, but I do like the Haunted One background you get from Curse of Strahd. For no other reason, just because it just has some fun stuff that you can really spice up an evil character. Plus, besides, it makes you no stranger to the dark, which to me, this screams Michael. Skill proficiencies, Arcana, Investigation, Religion. Definitely not Arcana, definitely not Religion, so Investigation, I would say. And considering how Michael is able to track down some of his more sneakier, stealthier opponents, that makes sense to me. Oh, that's true, N King. He is pretty compulsive. There's no kind of reason. Actually, you know what? Yeah. There's no reason though behind his killings. I guess yeah, wisdom would be the way to go. I'll probably go back and forth about that all the rest of the night. Language proficiencies. Once again, if you could play this straight Michael, he probably won't be talking. But Abyssal is probably a close one for that. Kind of fit in the whole Boogeyman theme. Howling event. Well, this was kind of fun for a lot of the backgrounds that this gives you for whatever event made you the touch of dark. You can basically just pick whatever your favorite incarnation of Michael Myers and just go with that. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. As a child, do things to the murder of someone you love, you become a monster and haunts you, waking dreams. I mean, none of these are really close to Michael. I'm not sure if you can read these here, but I'll bring them up a few of them to you. There's things like, here, I'll bring this up a bit more, can I? Hang on, I'll help you out. Hair and events. You have stuff like a monster that slaughtered dozens of innocent people spared your life, and you don't know why. You know what? I'm probably going to edit this afterwards and say, you are a monster that slaughtered dozens of innocent people, and you don't know why. Go with that. Personality traits. Nah, I don't run from evil. Evil runs from me. I live for the thrill of the hunt. That's so Michael. I don't run from evil. Evil runs from me. I like that. Okay. That's a yeah. For those who don't have the chat up, End writes in. I've been thinking on how to make a slasher while also interacting with your party. My idea is to be perfectly nice and happy and sociable, but when the rage hits, go full silent machine. Exactly. He is evil. Yeah. I mean, all these. Probably best. Actually, you know what? I might leave most of these blank, considering. Yeah, I think it gives too much motivation. These aren't exactly close as I would like it, but that's fine. A lot of these would probably be erased and filled in a bit more carefully. But yeah, I like that. If a dark client puts me above the law. The bond, that evil in me, I can feel it and it must never be free. Nah. You know, these are really close. Like, Michael wouldn't actually work with anyone. Let's see. Yeah. Hang on, I can fix this in a second. But it's just, I have an addiction, definitely be his flaw. Addiction to kill. Yeah, we're going to be right a few of these when we get to the character sheet proper. Where's the major? Oh. Okay, class equipment. Any martial weapon. Knife. Probably short sword would be the closest to what we're looking for here. You can always say it's a really big kitchen knife. Simple weapons. Michael isn't exactly like most slashers. He does keep to mostly kitchenware. However, I do know he does happen to use a hammer a few times, most notably in the second one. So we'll go with that. Okay. Are you talking about the Boogeyman from the Rob Zombie remake there, Nick? If so, I approve. Okay, here's gonna be the fun one. Character name, Patton Oswalt. Age. I guess if we're gonna do this like original classic Michael, he's probably around, I wanna say 20? And I don't know the 7 years in the joint. Probably around 24, I would say. Height, he's pretty damn tall, so we're gonna say above average. Weight, lean. Eyes, dark. Soulless. Eh. Hair. I know when we do briefly see it, it is kind of black, but it is also kind of dark. It's hard to tell in the first film. Skin, well, pale. White. No, I'm making it tabaxi. So skin would be probably a smooth, you know, dark fur. Ooh, kind of like that now, actually. Okay, I've done my alignment. All right. Alignment. I mean, straight up pure evil, man. Chaotic evil. There's no reason behind it. He just does what he wants to do. There we go. Apply changes. Now we'll get to the fun stuff. Yep, you can wear a mask of your weird old cat face. Oh. You know, one thing I just thought of that with this tabaxi is that you could totally describe that while you're wearing like whatever mask you give this character, that like a cat, its eyes would glow in the dark. Can you just imagine that though? That the first thing you see in the night are those two glowing eyes as it comes into whatever light source you have. The little eyes disappear just to reveal its mask. Ooh, that'd be fun. Ooh, kind of like that. All right. So here is our character sheet so far. Hit points are, let's see, can we make this a bit smaller? There we go. 14 hit points. That's about decent for a level 1 barbarian. I did want to kind of bring this down a little to kind of like even that up a little bit. Yeah, I like that a bit better. And first things first, bonds. There's evil in me. There. No. There's no evil in you, bud. Evil is me. Period. Done. I have a dark calling that puts me above the law. Yep, keep it like that. That's great. Okay, I like the keep the live, thrill the hunt. That's perfect. I have an addiction. Yeah, all that. Just okay. And let's see here. Cool. All right, let's go to step 2. Launch character Mancer 1. Nope, back. Cancel. Cancel. Yeah, discard and exit. Thank you. There we go. We want launch level plus character Mancer. Thank you. There we go. All right. Now let's start the multi-class here. Well, like the other episodes, let's at least take Pat to level 5, because to me that I think is where a lot of builds really start to kind of come together. You choose a primal path for Mike. This is where I actually would have been any suggestions for the audience here. If you guys have any. Because otherwise I might probably just go with Berserker. Just because you get the reckless attacks and all that fun stuff. And Frenzy as well. I mean. Yeah. Alright. But if I wanted the multi-class, though, that's right. I would want to do at least 3 to begin with in Barbarian. And start our descent into Rogue. And take 2 levels in that for the start of this wacky build. Okay. I think Path of the Berserker could be Primal Knowledge, Reckless Attack. Yeah, because I want to give Patton that Reckless Attack. That to me, that's just way too close to some of Michael's actions. True. You can. That's a good point with the Zealots. Yeah. You know, I guess it depends on what kind of, how you kind of really, want to build up your Michael. Because I guess, yeah, if you want to go more offense, I would say Barbarian, not Barbarian, Berserker probably the way to go. Defense, yeah, the totem with the bear totem be perfect for that. With striking up fear in your opponents being with the Zealot. Yeah, let's go with switch it to Zealot. I agree. I suppose you still get Reckless Attack and Fury, and yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, no, Zealot. No, it's thinking Totem Warrior. That's what I want. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I almost got my stuff mixed up there. Anyway, Barbarian, Dangerous Sound Spray, skill proficiencies. This is where we get our Intimidation. GVG. I'm not gonna pass up. I probably would have gotten that from Rogue as well. Yeah, I would, but I'm gonna make sure I grab it now as soon as I can. Do good. And then Bear Spirit. Because for that, just crazy, stupid Constitution bonus. Skill proficiencies. Okay. Performance, Insight, Deception. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of making Michael or Pat have some bonuses to Deception. Because some of the fake outs Michael does, although performance would also be kind of great too, considering the number of times he does go and carefully display his kills, that I could see be like, okay, roll performance to see how well you create your work of art. Yeah, probably Deception though. I just love Michael. I mean, hell, at one point he does the whole, in the first movie, he has the freaking bed sheet over him with the glasses to sneak up on what's her name in bed. Yeah, it has to be Deception, or is that performance? Yeah, performance. That's more of a performance than Deception. So I'll go to performance instead. Okay, but good though. This is where we get our sneak attack, which would be great. Expertise. Stealth. Definitely want more of a boost to that. And I think, yeah, more to Intimidation, because I want to scare the crud out of people. Exactly, Nick. Oh my god. I never thought that's a good point, King. Michael is a freaking cat. He displays his kills, you're right, like a cat would with like the birds it wrecks. Oh my god. That is too funny. Okay. Alright, so now we're here at level 5. So 3 to 2. Okay. Can't freaking believe it. No stat boost yet. However, we are getting a pretty interesting kind of setup thus far. I mean, you have the claws, which are a good stand-in for Michael, using his bare hands. He does pop out a good eyes here and there, and it does strangle some folks, because that'd be kind of nice to have. The short sword will be fun, and the fact that you can both stealth and rage. Gosh, I'm curious here. What is the rage damage on this and sneak attack at the same time? Where is... Bring this back. Let's see how this is so far. I'm curious. I'm so curious. Okay. So, we'll say take a stab at someone. 21's good. And with the actual damage being... Okay. 13. But... I believe... They do get attacked more than once, I want to say. I can't remember what level that's at. But still, 13's not too shabby for something like this. Rage Sneak. Okay. Let's see, Reckless Attack. But if you Reckless it... Oh, it's 21. It must come later at a higher level. Okay. Alright, well that's why I want to kind of go and level them up 3 more times. Because that way you can fully make the most of your rogue class by level 8. And we can give ourselves at least the full level 5 experience with the barbarian. So let's see here. So, oh, that's a great point, King. I can't imagine the roleplay setup that, okay, we're gonna take a long rest, cool. Pat is gonna go off to his corner and stare into the abyss for, I guess, the next half hour. So I'll take a nap, wake up, and it's just this whole freaking body collage of random animals he's killed while everyone else is slapped at their beds. Oh my god. I'm never gonna be able to unsee Michael as a freaking cat on 2 legs now. I wish I thought of that when I wrote my script now for Creature Creator, because I've been pretty great to joke about. Oh my god. But for archetype for him, I honestly am inclined to go with Assassin right away. But I did want to read up a bit on the Phantom, because it would maybe play up a bit more with his, probably not. Let's stick to Assassin. I want that, like, that, the bonus to really kill people. I need to read this comment out to you, Layla, that, just imagine Michael bringing the wizard a dead bandit in the morning to show that he cares. She rolled her eyes. Love it! It's great. Okay. But no, we want to give the bonus to our sneak attack assassinations. An attack rolls against any creature that has taken a turn in the combat. Yeah, and it's a critical hit. Yeah, okay. All right, moving on. Blue score increases. This is where I want to see. This is where we're gonna have some fun. Okay. You know what? Knowing that strength is still applied to his attacks even during stealth attacks. We already have the nice bonus already from everything you get from taking the subclass of assassin. Ooh, fun times. Maybe I could change it to my shirt. That would be funny. I just gotta get a picture of it and just update it. I'll have to do that later. But okay, let's see here now. Okay, current hit points 666. All right. Now let's see how things play out. So sneak attack. Assassinate. Something. Oh, you're done. Chopping your enemies. You hear an advantage attack. All rolls against any creature that has sting a turn combat. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's just go and just roll. Probably think too hard about this. Short sword. So you get an advantage with it being a sneaky attack or as is. And you're raging, we'll say, as you do this. So you had to spend like, a bonus action raging, a bonus, then like hiding your first turn, and then like using your next turn to do the bonus attack. Yeah, it can be done. But let's find out how much. Ah, it's a 1. Okay, no, let's try it again. Okay, 18. And with it being a critical attack, if it was in their turn just yet, it would be a crit hit. So how we do that? We do the probably damage relative one more time. So if I'm doing my math correctly, it would then mean, yeah, you could, if you actually would, I rolled this correctly then. I believe then you'd be doing in one attack 15 plus 18, so 43 damage is the one attack alone. Fun. That is fun. Okay. And there's probably more to this I'm just not seeing yet, but that's actually kind of a fun loadout. And this will only get worse as you go further on in this game. And I think that's a good that's good. I like that a lot. Oh my god. I had to change his name to one last thing. You're gonna hate me for this. But he's no longer Patton Oswald. No. Our boogeyman we've made here today will now be officially called Patton Oswald. Oh god, I can't believe I did that. Was it too good? Alright. I think that is a good time to call it at this point before I make too many more horrible puns. Okay. And yeah, I deserve the groans. I know, I hate it too, but it's there. It's there, guys. I know. Don't hate me too bad. But I think that's probably a good point to call it. Alright, we have at least one more week, one more stream this month to keep talking about the Don't Look Back killers and making builds based on them. Now, I have been thinking about continuing doing all the killers straight until the end of the year until I get done, or we get something else comes up. So if you want me to continue talking about the various slashers from the game, like this video, comment below, or if you have suggestions and other things, please let me know. And to those that actually hung out with me during today's stream, GVG, N King, Nick, thank you for your contributions. This was a lot of fun. I really hope I didn't miss out conversations like this in the past, so I'm really glad I changed up my chat because this was a freaking good old time. And, one last thought from N King here. Random idea. Laurie Strode as a warlock. Her patron, Michael, is actively chasing... Ooh! I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Yeah. If you don't have the chat up here, my post-stream watchers, N King fully said, random idea, Laurie Strode as this warlock. Her patron, Michael, is actively chasing and pursuing her. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, that has a lot of implications to this plot. Oh, maybe next week talk about Lori. I kind of want to now. You know what? Yeah, next week let's go and make ourselves a Laurie Strode warlock, because that sounds like a lot of fun. So, yeah, we're gonna do that. That sounds cool. Okay, calling it for next week. Laurie Strode time. But until then, if you haven't already, consider liking and/or subscribing, because I think we have a fun time here. Usually a cool time. And I'd love to have you be a part of us, help join us here in the festivities. But if not, that is perfectly all right. You're still beautiful, and we love you either way. Take care. If I don't see you next week, I'll see you in the next when I do. But if I don't, have a happy Halloween and a great Friday. Later, guys.